Okay. All right, guys. Hello. I will take as little as time as possible. I will open this up to questions afterwards, but I just want to go over this exciting news, and there's some of it that you don't even know anything about. So I don't know if you've heard, but we are going to be opening NFR in the Philippines, the UK, and Sweden. And that's pretty huge because Philippines has been waiting. I mean, since I joined 6 years ago, the people I met who are from the Philippines, they have all been interested. They've been waiting. They joined. They're waiting. They're waiting. And so we have a huge market here where we live with Filipino and Filipinas, because I've been learning how to refer to them. But for the Filipino family that we have, the Philippines, all people we know, this is going to be great for them. The difference is they're not opening like we opened other countries. And the reason being is it's called NFR. So it's not for resale. And there's a couple not complications. It's a different way to join the business. So it's a different way to join the business, number one. There's a couple extra hoops to take. And so that's what I wanted to discuss and talk to you about, because it's not just with the Philippines. It's going to be the same way with the UK and the same way with Sweden. So there's going to be a different ways to join the business. And it's not something we're used to. So that's why I wanted to explain it to you before you guys, start asking a billion questions to everybody else. So I'm going to start with the UK and Sweden. So with UK and Sweden, we're only signing up brand partners, no customers through that country to us. The thing they have to do is that with the UK and with Sweden, they have to have a German address to join. So they have to either know somebody in Germany and use their address, and then their friends would either deliver it to them, or their friends would, if they live close, then they would just get it from their friends in Germany. But the other way to do it, and I will post this, is they go to mailboxde.com. So mailboxde.com will give them a German address. What happens is it's like a P.O. box. So they go mailboxde.com. They register for like a P.O. box. That company charges them 15 euros a month. That company will mail their product to wherever they live. So if they live in the UK, that product will be mailed to them. If they live in Sweden, that product will be mailed to them. The reason we're doing this is because it's NFR, where we don't physically have a brand center there. We don't physically have a distribution center there. So that's the way that UK and Sweden can join, because they need that address. It would never be recommended for PCs to do that, because PCs will be paying an extra $15 to $20. And PCs, we don't want PCs to do that. When you have a brand partner in these extra countries, they probably have family and people they know in the countries that we're open in. So if they have people in the United States, or they have people in, Mexico, Canada, Australia, Colombia, all the countries that we are open in, they can sign up PCs. So they can make money. They just can't sign up PCs in their country. They can only sign PCs up in the countries that we're physically open in. The exciting part to that is that we're getting this kind of leg up in these countries before they fully launch. There's already a huge team in Sweden, and we just found out about Sweden. So there's already this in motion. So I'm letting you know ahead of time what can happen, because you may know somebody that knows somebody out there. And if you've seen me on Facebook, I just say, hey, shout out to my Sweden friends. And I've had a couple people say hi, and I don't even know who they are on Instagram. So I'm sending them a message, say, hey, I'd like you to check something out that's going to launch in your country, but you can be the first one to be a part of this. So it's pretty huge for us, because you haven't heard the best of the part yet in a second. So that's for UK and Sweden. Philippines is a whole other ballgame. Same NFR, not for resale. We will not have events there. We will not be able to physically have market parties or real results parties or go and do events. But it's open for PCs and brand partners. Anybody in the Philippines right now can go to your website and buy product, and it'll be shipped directly to them. So they can sign up as customers on your website right now. Brand partners have to have an Australian address. So they would be an Australian brand partner, but their address would be Australia. but their billing and their shipping would be Philippines, and everything would be shipped to Philippines, and they wouldn't have to do anything else, not like the UK and Sweden with that German address. So they can do that. What we were told on our Zoom the other night, they can have any Australian address, and it was emphasized, any Australian address. It doesn't matter. So we asked, like a Starbucks, like a hotel, like any Australian address will work. So you don't necessarily have to have an Australian friend that has an address. You can just go Google Australia and get an address. This part, I think, is more for, they don't want Philippines to open like Korea opened, meaning Philippines is full of network marketers. So we don't want all the network marketers to join and then join, and then leave. So we're trying to avoid that part. And the government in the Philippines is they like to have a hold of every business, just like China, and China is NFR also. So we have to do it a different way. So it's a cool way, it's a crazy way, but I wanted to explain that to you. So Philippines, we can have PCs go to our website and buy now. BPs, they have to have an Australian address, and then they can sign up as a brand partner. They can build their team, and they can start until we can officially like a 100% launch there. My suggestion to you is that you completely focus on your backyard. Focus on people here from Sweden, from here from the UK, here from the Philippines. Start there so that they can give you connections to those other countries. Here is the part you have not heard about. This cannot go on social media, what I'm going to share. This cannot be something that you publicly announce. This is something that leader to leader is telling their leaders to tell their team. We have all of these names you see here are countries. Nerium accepts credit cards from all of these countries. We are technically able, NFR, to build in all of these countries that I will read to you, with the fact that they have a German address. So these people will be in alignment with the UK and Sweden, getting a German address, mailboxde.com, and they'll be able to start building a business of brand partners and then building a business of customers in the countries that we're already open in. I guarantee that when I read all of these countries to you, these people in these countries have people they know in Colombia, have people they know in the United States, in Canada, in Mexico, so they can start making money before we officially launch there. So we have like a leg up. And the reason I say that is when I started, we'd go to conferences and we'd see flags from all these other countries that we never knew that were going to open, and then they opened, but they already had a big team. Well, it's because they were able to build this NFR. So I'm going to read it slowly, but try to write it down or rewatch this or ask me later. So these are the countries that we accept credit cards. Again, not on social media, please. Denmark, Sweden, Estonia, Czech Republic, Finland, Portugal, Poland, Slovenia, UK, Latvia, Netherlands, Spain, Ireland, Lithuania, and Hungary. That's a lot of countries. So all of those countries can join our business now, start building their business before we launch in that business, and start building a business in the countries we're opening with PCs and BPs. That's really exciting for you guys, because when I looked at that, I know people in 3 of those countries that I haven't been able to share products with. I know my sister has people in a couple of those countries she hasn't been able to do anything with. This is big for your business for the future, because these people you talk to that are in these countries that they'll be the first people to be there and start building a team so then, and they can start making money and they can start doing what we're doing, but on a smaller scale, but they can still get their foot in and start this business for themselves. And that's huge. It's part of our philosophy with Nerium. It's about making lives better. It's about changing lives. It's about, helping them. And these people will only have the German products. So it's not our full line of products. It's only going to be what's available in Germany, which is the Age IQ Night and Day, face wash, eye serum, eye patches, Illuma Boost, and now EHT. For the Philippines, it's only what's available in Australia, and that would be the Night and the Day. I can't read my text, but hold on. Let me look at this picture that I got from Vicky. It's the Night and the Day. It's the cleanser. It's the eye serum. It's the patches, Illuma Boost, firming body cream, and Prolistic lotion. And Vicky actually figured it out for the Philippines, how much it would cost for the products in Philippine peso. So like the night and day combo pack would be 8,454 peso. The night cream is 4,611 peso, and this fluctuates daily. So I have that breakdown I can always send you. It's 1 Australian dollar to 38.43 Philippine pesos. To join the business with the starter pack, it's 26,707 peso. Builder pack, 38,235 peso. And then the premier is 52,837 peso. So I have that also to be able to show you. So that's pretty exciting. I just wanted to be able to share that with you. I'll open it up to questions. You can unmute if you have a question. And that's it. So do you have any questions?
I have a question on the Philippine product line. Is that day-night Nerium AD or is that Age IQ?
Age IQ. It's all Age IQ now. All of the other countries had Age IQ before us.
Right. Okay. Well, you said day-night. I just wanted clarification for Philippine. And you said cleanser, eye serum, eye patches, and Prolistic?
And Prolistic and firm.
Prolistic powder or Prolistic lotion?
Lotion. No wellness products. No wellness for Philippines.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know I didn't know Australia had the Prolistic lotion. So it's pretty much what Canada has also, but Canada has EHT. So anything else? Any other questions? Okay. So if you know people in these countries, what I'm going to be doing, so with the Philippines, I have actually a Zoom scheduled tomorrow with all of the people that were in my business before and left because Philippines didn't open. And they said, as soon as you know the Philippines is opening, let us know. So I have a Zoom with all of those people tomorrow. And they're all ready. They're like ready to do this. And I'm like, okay, so let's talk. I'm going to have a meeting with them tomorrow. We'll be able to have a kind of an infrastructure here with a group of you're not supposed to say Filipinos is what I was told. So Philippine descent or Filipinas. So I'm trying to be, politically correct and apparently, so in the whole thing with the Philippines is that there's a huge woman movement. If you haven't noticed, all the Filipina women are in charge. So there's a huge women movement and they want to be called Filipina and they want to be called Filipino and they are of Philippine descent. So you have to be careful. And the older generation, they kind of allow anything, but the younger generation is like, no, I am this, I'm not that. So that's why I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. But I'm going to be doing that. And what I'm going to plan with them is when I'm going to talk to them is I will commit to doing a Zoom once a week for any prospects that they have in the Philippines. So we did this 5 years ago or 4 years ago with when my team started and I was getting up crazy hours because the time difference is 16 hours. So I was doing this with them. So I have committed to them that I will be doing this with them going forward, maybe once every other week or on a different day so that their schedules can align to where people can get on. We already have people who have been trying the products out there as gifts. They've been sending as gifts, Christmas presents and birthday presents. So I'll be doing that when I have solid logistics of doing that weekly. I'll let you guys know what dates I'm doing that for the Philippines, and then I'll do that for here. And I will have my core group of Philippine descent people on my family, my team that are going to be on to be helping me because it's really important to launch out there right. But like I said, the time difference is crazy. I think like their time after work is like 1 or 2 in the morning here. So I'm going to be getting up and trying to fix myself to do an opportunity presentation. So I'll figure that out. Steve Lee, who is like the top of our one, like with Anna Camp way at the top, he will be in the Philippines in November. So if you start working now and getting prospects from the Philippines to go there, he'll meet with them, but he'll only meet with them if they've heard something first. So that's why I want to do these Zooms leading up to that, because at least I would be able to give them information first before they go to an event to meet him. And he'll be in Manila at the Peninsula Hotel. Sharing the information, not doing an event, but being there to share with our prospects for us. All we have to do is let Vicky or Anna know, and they'll relay the message to Steve Lee if we have people we're going to send to him, and we'll get those dates soon also. The other thing that Philippines is doing is they're going to have what's called the Founders 2000 Club. They did this in China, they did this in Korea. It's an Asian thing where they like to be part of the Founders Club. It does not give them any leg up in the company. It just gives them this recognition as being the first 2,000 people in that country joining at the $1,000 pack, that most expensive pack. So the first 2,000 people that join at that most expensive pack are going to be recognized as the Founder 2000 Club for that country. And every Chinese person, Korean person, Japanese person, Filipino person, all of those, everybody wants to be in that Founders Club because that's really a recognition and something for them. Again, they don't get anything with it, but it's to know that they're part of that as the first 2,000. And there's a ton of network marketers in the Philippines as well. So they'll hear about this coming on. So that's why you want to start talking to your contacts, talking to who you know, because I'm telling you right now, all you need is one of those network marketers in your business and it will explode. It may knock you, your one leg off, but you can find another one for another leg. But I'm telling you, get that one and it's going to make all the difference in the world to your business. I've seen it happen throughout our businesses. So that was that. That was the last piece I had. So anyways, I'll let you guys know when I start those Zooms for the Philippines. I'll let you know when I start doing opportunity Zooms to share with these other European countries, because I think it's important for them to see a face and just kind of get to know who the leader is and who they're going to be joining the team with. And I think that, I really feel like I know that I'm authentic and genuine, and I know that'll come across, and I want them to see that they'll be joining a family. It's not just a haphazard business. So, that's all I have, guys. Thanks for taking the time out today and joining in on this. And I will let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Let me go stop my recording. Oh, a chat. So they can join your Zoom tomorrow.